What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Elite Dangerous. When we left off in the last episode, we had done a little bit of testing out our new upgraded.
Roger. On the way back now.
Engineered. That's the word I was looking for. Engineered weapons and power distributor. However, I was actually given a couple of really good tips on my last episode, and that was that there's a couple of things, like, for example, we were looking for... I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. We were picking up chemical processors, because most of these are from shipwrecks anyway, but we were looking for heat something. Why these aren't listed in that order, I don't know. They're not shown here. Weird. It's like heat distributors and heat processors or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Do I have something turned off? No? Ooh, pinned. Chromium and sulfur. No, that's not actually what I have pinned, I don't think. Is it under data? No. Synthesis? I don't know why it's actually not showing here, but there should be one. That's really weird, because it's right here. I can find it just by going to the pinned. There. Heat dispersion plate and heat exchangers. I have no idea why those aren't listed. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. I am a uber idiot. So it's not listed because I don't have any. I'm pretty sure that's it. All of these say ones. You don't see anything with 0 because I don't have any of those. Oh wait, there's sulfur 0, but that's pinned. I don't get it. Because if it's pinned, then it still should show up. Weird. That's really weird. Huh. And then this is pinned. Or it's showing it's pinned. This material is used by an engineer, but exceptionally scrambled emission data. That's really funky. Anyways, no idea what's going on there. I might have done something and had it set up incorrectly. I have no idea. But the other thing was that apparently when you have these, like, supply the Soontil relics, apparently if you actually, like, I don't know, read... It says right here you can buy them at Chernovsky's City, or Chernovsky City, in the Naguri sector, or system. So, yeah, you don't actually have to go looking all around, apparently. Now this one's not quite as clear-cut, and I don't think I have specifics on that other one. This one I already did. So, yeah, the other thing, though, is those heat plates. I'm going to actually... check my map here because we're going to get going. I'm going to talk about this a little bit while I'm traveling, but it's going to be a bit of a jaunt. So, alright, so I need to look out for... what is this? 61 Virginis. That's... 61 virgins. So, yeah, I don't know why these aren't showing up. Oh, I have it set to government. I was looking for an Anarchy... Oh, it changed up my route. Okay, that's fine. I was looking for an Anarchy... Whew! This is quite a ways away, actually. An Anarchy system. And I found one that happens to be close. It's this one over... Wait, no, this isn't where I'm going, is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, the colors changed because I switched to fuel type. Okay. In the government state, they're yellow as Anarchy. But Naguri is right over here. Which would let us get to the Soontil relics and get that out of the way as well. I don't know where the actual engineer for that is. It's probably this one over here. I would imagine. Maybe. I'm not sure. It doesn't tell me which engineer is here. But whatever. I have 3. Oh, I have 4. So I'm not sure where... we would go after we got the relics. But yeah, so there it is. So we're headed that way. If I can figure out where my course is going to be, I'm going to actually fly this way and start it up. So the thing with the Anarchy system that I didn't know about, or systems that have an Anarchy government, is that the heat plates and stuff that I'm looking for are actually from haulage ships, aka, you know, I was making a joke about that in the last episode. Hello. Thank you. I was making a joke about that in the last episode, the whole haulage thing, but it actually is accurate, and so it's from the big mining ships, the Type 9s, the, you know, haulers, stuff like that. And so, basically, I have to probably blow some of them up, but the odds of them having a bounty is not really high. And with that, you gotta blow them up anyway. And so the thing there is you need to find an Anarchy system so that you don't get penalized or have a bounty on your head yourself for blowing up a, you know, cargo freighter or whatever. I'm hoping that since sulfur can be mined from some of those places, like some of those asteroid belts and things, I'm hoping that we can get some of the sulfur out of the way as well when we blow up those ships, but I don't know if, I don't know for sure. And I always get confused on whether or not, I think this top one is the target and the bottom one that says shipping lane is where we are, I think. But I always get that confused. But so yeah, that's kind of the plan at the moment, is I wanted to head over to... Yeah. I wanted to head over to an Anarchy system that was nearby, Naguri, because then we could get the Suntel relics and stuff, but we could also build up some of our heat stuff. So it was kind of a two birds, one stone. I was like, well, I'll just head that way and we can open another engineer maybe. I don't know how much they cost or anything, so I don't know how that's going to work. But I figured, you know, I'd need to get those relics before I could open the other one. And I forget what she did. I think it was shields, which would be cool to upgrade too. Oh, right. So, you know, I figured, well, I needed to head towards... I mean, I didn't really want to leave too far from Word to begin with, because then I gotta go all the way back there just to do more stuff, but it is what it is as far as you're gonna have to travel around some. So I'm gonna try and head over to this Anarchy system and see if we can't get us some heat plate stuff from haulers and whatnot, and yeah, we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so a little unexpected. I wasn't planning on coming back until I was at our destination, which we've still got quite a ways to go. But I couldn't help this. Bran. That's it. The Bran system. I don't know what's going to be here. I don't know if there's anything here, but I just thought it was really funny to me, because it was like, of all the names, it just happens to be like a major Game of Thrones character kind of thing, so it was just like, Bran. That's just it. It wasn't like Brandonis or something, like a star system. Just Bran. It's like, you know, it'd be hilarious if there's a bunch of stars in here. There's like, you know, there's a John star and Khaleesi star, and it would just be funny. So yeah, what's in the Bran system? Nothing. It is just nothing. Okay. Just a star, single star. That's funny. Alright, so anyways, I just thought that was kind of comical, so I figured I'd chime in. But yeah, again, I will be back when we get where we're actually going. So, when I said I was just gonna go ahead and jump over here, and it said it'll take you like 25 jumps, or 28, or whatever it was. I kind of might have forgotten that I'm not in an Asp Explorer anymore that can do like 15 jumps or something stupid before refueling. And at the current rate, I have 14 left. Because it's been like I've had to stop and refuel probably every 3 jumps or so. Like this was one. This is a second one since my last refuel. And I'm guessing the next star I'm going to is the name of the place I'm supposed to refuel at. Because it seems to be about 3 or 4 jumps, and they're only about 10 to 11 light years per jump. Which is making this feel like a crawl. Yeah, so Latobici or whatever, Latobici or however you would say that. I don't even know. I don't even know how you would pronounce it. I'm usually pretty decent at words, but I don't even know. Looks like Latobici? I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, this is the one we're supposed to be refueling at already, and that's like 3. So refueling, this thing is a pig, essentially. Gunships were not designed to go far or fast. So I'm hoping that I can get to where I'm going before I run out of time to record the rest of this episode. Otherwise, there's gonna be a lot more jumping and a lot more talking to fill in the gaps. So, we'll see. Alrighty, so I finally made it. Finally! It took forever. Literally about 40 minutes or something like that. It took a ridiculous amount of time. So, we're in our extraction zone area, though it is a little weird. Ooh, there's a gunship. I might have to take out the gunship just because it's a gunship. It's a little weird just because we're in an Anarchy system. Not watching where I'm going. And so being in an Anarchy system, I don't see a lot of like system authority guys. And it's also really weird having to target mining ships instead of going after my typical, you know, regular bigger heavy-duty ships. Though it is interesting, I don't know what happens if you are to destroy a ship that's not like a hauling ship, but is mining. Like this one's, that one right there, the gunship, is mining, but it's technically not like a mining ship, if that makes sense. There was an adder in here I thought about going after, but I don't see him anymore. And I also don't know if I can scan this, if it actually matters at all. Like, if I scan him, was it just gonna do... I guess I can still get warrants from other places, even if this particular area isn't a... isn't one that has anything. Let's find out. Because it just comes up with lawless, so I don't think it really matters. Come here. Really don't like it when the ship's more maneuverable than I am, but that's not really all that uncommon when you're flying a floating tank. I did get a comment about that in my last episode that somebody mentioned it lives up to its name being a gunship because it, you know, turns like a brick and stuff, and it's like, yeah, no, it totally does. It is definitely not very maneuverable, but it hits like a truck and it can take a beating. So, I'm good with it. I think I might have actually just strafed his engines or something like that, because he seems to be, like, almost stalling. That was weird. I don't think I like your shields being up. I do love that, too, when you can get close enough to a ship that even when they have the chaff going, you could still end up, like, taking their shields down. Okay, so he's done. Oh, I did get bounties from him. Cool. Alright, so make sure to scan everybody just for the heck of it.
Target cargo dropped.
Might as well scan you. It doesn't matter, they're gonna blow him up.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let me check the panel here. We got canisters of cobalt. Don't really care. Filament, composites, phase alloys. Don't need any of that. This guy's been mining over here for a bit, but I think... again, I don't think it actually counts if they're not like an actual hauler or something to that effect. So... I'm kind of trying to find... It's really ironic. I normally complain about all of the smaller ships and cargo ships and stuff, but it's like I actually could use a cargo ship right now. Man, these guys are going after these gunships. I'm gonna finish scanning right as he blows up. Let me go ahead and take this guy out just because he's annoying me, I guess. Come here. That's weird, he's drifting backwards. And I'm sure he's got to have a bounty because he's hunting other people. But it is really cool when you can actually shoot stuff and not have to worry about hitting the wrong target or something. I do have to be careful though because I didn't restock or anything before I came out here, so I'm kind of low on some stuff. You can see I only have one heatsink, which means I probably have like 2 shield cells or something. Goodbye. I'm really kind of surprised with all this stuff that there's not more... Oh! Heat resist... No, is that what I need? Heat resistant ceramics. I should probably get these shield emitters and stuff too, though. I cannot remember what I need. Heat dispersion plate and exchangers, so I don't actually need the ceramics. I probably should get these shield thingies though. Just because if I actually want to do shields and stuff, it seems like something that will eventually be needed. Let's see, where are you at? Way over here. In the meantime, I don't see anybody in my area. So, yeah. Wait, is that what I'm locked onto? Why is it over? No. Okay. It's not. Oh, where is it? By the way. It's like it's here, but not showing up anywhere? That's kind of weird. Oh, there it is. Alley-oop. Boom. Alright, still heat resistant. Let's get the sensors. Galvanizing alloys is probably not a bad thing to have either. That's the bigger thing, is I need to look up a table or something and find out exactly what's needed for what upgrades, because I'm just getting shield stuff because I'm assuming, you know, when it comes to upgrading your shields, anything shield related is probably going to be something that's needed. And since I'm floating around right around here, I might as well pick up the heat ceramic things, whatever that does. I probably should invest in a cargo limpet or something. I never really thought about it, to be honest, but I never really thought about doing engineering either. We've got a scout and 2 eagles, it looks like. I'm looking for like an adder or pretty much anything like that would be useful. An adder, or what else would be, like a Type 9 or a hauler, Type 6. Any of those things would be cool. You know, just saying.
Scan detected.
What do we got? Eagle, a courier. It's not really what I'm looking for, though. Come on, get... There we go. New material. Oh, I must not have ever grabbed one of those before.
Retracted.
I guess we'll go after the Scout. I wonder if it qualifies as a... whatchamacallit? As a haulage vessel. It probably won't, just because it's a Scout. I mean, the Cobra should be more of a haulage vessel than that, but in a lawless area, I'm not really worried about blowing stuff up. So, oh, my good gravy. I just realized I do not have my fighter out here at all.
Solid copy. Deploying the fighter.
Wait. Why is his orders not changing? Oh, there it goes.
Systems online. Ready for action.
Alright. Yeah, I totally just spaced out and didn't even realize that I didn't have my fighter out. It's like a lot of good he does me. Well, what made me think of it actually was coming up on these guys. I think there's 2 Eagles in the pack. And with a couple of other fighters, I wanted to kind of level the playing field a bit.
Under attack.
Woo! Ow, that hurt. Whatever that was, I don't know what he hit me with. Ouch.
Target shields offline.
Actually, I don't want to keep those up.
Target cargo
Please die. Thank you.
I've got no cover here. Diverting power to shields.
Target destroyed.
What's the button? There it is.
Frameshift charge detected.
Couldn't remember.
Frameshift charge, Commander. Let's stop it before it's too late.
Yeah, they're bugging out. I'm not worried about it. Let them go. Let's see. What do we got? Cobra, fighter, ejected heatsink. Ah! Dispersion plate. That is one of the things I need, right? Alright. So...
Cargo scoop deployed.
apparently a Scout does count as... whatever... Wait, well... I think this was from him. It's 2 kilometers away. That's a little bit of a distance, but I think that's from him. I don't know. There might have been another ship that got blown up around here. I'm trying to figure out too if I'm going to end up running into this thing. Oh, I guess it's further away. I wasn't sure how close to this asteroid it was. Alright. Come to Papa. Alright. And... Yup. Cool. Alright, so we got that. I probably should just be grabbing all of this stuff, mainly because I have no idea what I'm actually going to need. But I really am not sure what... Other than the things that we've talked about, like that I obviously know I need... Ooh, what is this? I'm floating right past it. Might as well grab it while I'm right here. Ooh, wow. You are super close. I literally almost ran right into this. I don't think there's really a limit in terms of like cargo hold. It's probably more so... Oh, that's a wake. I don't need that. I don't need to try and scoop up the wake. It seems more like it's just you can hold X amount of each ingredient, not really that the materials take up a certain amount of cargo. Which is cool, because if you had a ship with no cargo hold, then, you know, you wouldn't be able to engineer your weapons, which isn't really very conducive in terms of a game. It might make sense, like, in terms of actual mechanics, but that's one of those things I think a lot of game developers lately have kind of missed, is there's a difference between realism and fun games, and sometimes they don't always balance the two well. Sometimes they try and make it too fun and it's not realistic or plausible. Sometimes they try and make it too realistic and then it's no fun to play. I've found that for me, one of the things, not, you know, at the risk of divulging this episode into, or devolving this episode into, you know, a game design chat, I think for me, I've found a lot with crafting games. They can make things where it's like, it may be a little more on the realistic side, but it's not very fun. Like, an example would be, you would need a lot of wood to build a wooden house, type of thing. But where Minecraft, you can knock down a tree and get 4 pieces of plank per log, and you get 5 logs, so you have like 20 planks. You can build a decent structure with that. I mean, it's a little hobbit hole, but I mean, you can do it. Whereas some games, like, one that comes to mind off the top of my head is if you don't change the stock settings, if you're just going by the default, like Ark. Since I got my new system up and running, I've been kind of playing around with that because it can actually run it fairly decently now. My old system, I had to turn the settings way down to where it was just terrible looking to play it because it's such a demanding game. And I've actually got it, I can't run it at like ultra or anything like that. I was still getting frame rate problems with that because at this point, while my CPU is a lot better and more of the bleeding edge kind of thing, my graphics card now is a couple years old. So where it holds up well for most things, when you get brand new stuff that's super demanding or it's not been optimized very well or something like that, you know, it can still demand quite a bit from the GPU and it can't keep up. So I've got it to where I'd say I can play somewhere. I had to customize the settings, so it's not really one of the presets, but I'd say it's somewhere between like high and medium. There's some things that I turned to more of a medium setting, and there's some things that I left more of a higher, particularly with stuff like texture detail and shadow quality and stuff, but then it's like view distance or foliage density and things like that I turned down. But anyways, so having said that, there's some things like a game like Ark on the default setting where, for me, and some of it is preference, some people don't care, but for me, I've found that it can be kind of grindy. Like, you know, to do one wooden foundation, you need like 60 wood, and that takes you 2 or 3 trees to cut down. You know, I'm generalizing. I don't know if all those numbers are right, but hopefully you get my point. That there's sometimes where, you know, the realism can hurt the fun, for lack of a better term, because it's too grindy. It takes too long to do anything, and it's too much work. So I think I scanned it. This is gonna be weird. I need to really watch myself that I don't get used to playing in an Anarchy zone and then go back to a regular one and just start shooting people. But I like that about this one, that you know, if you have to collect stuff and things for late game to upgrade your weapons and things, that they don't make you necessarily have to have a cargo hold type of thing. I think that works really well. It gives everybody a way to do the same things. Kind of. Oh my gosh! I gotta get this eagle off me. He's ticking me off so much right now. The adder's barely doing anything, but that eagle is just annoying. And of course, because of his maneuverability, I cannot get him off my 6. Well, this isn't pleasant, actually. This is not going well.
Under attack.
We're gonna have to risk a shield cell without a heat sink.
Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Gosh, I cannot get around on this guy. There you are. I was kind of hoping my fighter would do a little bit more to him, but oh, come on. This really bugs me when you get caught in a loop like this. And I know a lot of players will say, whew,
Impulse attack. Trajectory
Target
disruption.
down.
whew. I know a lot of people would be like, you know, you can turn flight assist off and things, and that's true. I'm just terrible when I do that. So I try not to.
Scan detected.
Alright, come here. Alright, come here. Quit with the chaff already. There we go. Now you're kind of screwed. Alright. Well, there we go.
Confirmed kill.
Alright. Heat conduction wiring. Not exactly what I'm looking for. Worn shield emitters. I might grab this, but I don't really think I need it. I need, what was it? It was... And some of this I'm not even sure it's from him because, like, it's almost 2 kilometers away. Yeah. Yeah, I need a dispersion plate. And... what was the other one? It was dispersion plate and, like, a, I don't know. Can't think of it. I'll look it up in a second. It wasn't this, though, but anytime I see heat, I'm like, maybe? I don't know. Then, at some point, we're going to have to do an on-planet episode where we go looking for sulfur. We might have to do that next time. Okay, view pinned. What are we looking at? Heat dispersion plate. Oh, we have 3. Nice. Exchangers. That's what it is. We need a heat exchanger. So at this point, what did we do? I think we did 1 grade 2 upgrade, so we probably have enough of the plates that we could probably get us up to a 3rd tier, but we need more sulfur, and then we need heat exchangers in order to do the 3rd tier, and we'd need more chromium. I don't know where chromium comes from. It sounds more like a planetary element type thing. Yeah, planets mining. And I also found, for those of you that may not know, most of the people that watch my episodes on here usually are telling me what to do, so you probably already do. I should have gone system map, not galaxy. Oh well. So if you tab over to your system map, you can actually highlight these planets, and it'll tell you right here in planet materials. So we have a 16% chance of finding sulfur, chromium. Wherefore art thou, chromium? There's chromium, so 9.5% on that one. The best one for sulfur I found so far, I think was this one, was 20%. Within this system anyway, was 20% there. 8.3 chromium there. 8.6. I thought they were alphabetizing them. It doesn't look like they are, though, so I'm just kind of poking around and seeing if I missed anything. Chromium. Here's an 8.6 also. So it seems like a fairly rare resource. 8.4, 8.6, 8.4. It's either this system isn't very high. Ooh, 8.8. Either this system isn't very high in it, which is possible. It's not like I've really done a lot of comparisons. What was this one? One of them was higher. 9.5. So if I was going for chromium, I'd probably want to go there. What was this? This one has an 8.3 and an 18 for sulfur, so that's not a bad option either, because we could look for both. 8 yeah, this is another one, 18 and almost 9. So, yeah, we might have to do that in an episode to come, because we need sulfur and chromium in order to get more stuffs. Now, with that said, I may head over to this space station before the next episode and restock, so that when we come back here, or where we go from here, we can actually get... basically, we can restock our stuff so that we're not out of heat sinks and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to do in the next episode. If you'd like to do more of this cargo type hunting where we're looking for heat exchangers and dispersion plates and things like that, we can do more of that in the next episode. Or we can go visit a planet and look for some sulfur and chromium. We can also visit Naguria, which isn't too many jumps. I think it's 4 or 5 jumps away from here, in order to get the Soontil relics and give it to the other engineer. So with that, we're going to wrap things up here for today. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.